Today's topic is statistical quality control. Even though the process of manufacturing is highly automatic, variation in the quality of the manufactured product is inherent and inevitable. Inherent, natural, and inevitable, unavoidable. Right? So, SQC is concerned with this problem of reducing the variation. What are the sources of variation? The two sources are chance causes and assignable causes. I have given some examples here. The climatic changes, you cannot control them, you cannot avoid them. Chance causes. Voltage fluctuations, you cannot control, they are chance causes. The vibrations, the small vibrations in machines which cannot be controlled are chance causes of variation. And the operator's negligence is assignable cause. Defective material is an assignable cause of variation. Faulty equipment is again an assignable cause of variation. These variations can be controlled, corrected, predicted. Okay. A process is in statistical control if it is affected only by chance causes and it is not affected by any assignable causes. So you say that the process is in statistical control when it is affected only by chance causes. The statistical quality control tools are divided into two broad categories: process control techniques and product control techniques. Process control techniques are concerned with the process of identifying the assignable causes when the process is going on. The process control tools are Schwartz control charts, which are divided into two broad classes: variable control charts and attribute control charts. Variable control charts are X bar R, that is process average, which is analyzed with respect to the process variability R. The process average, which is analyzed with respect to the process variability S, standard deviation. Okay. Attribute control chart, the characteristics which cannot be measured, where you can just count the number of defective items. You can use P chart, which is called the control chart for fraction defective. D chart, the control chart for number of defectives. And C chart, the control chart for number of defects per unit. Okay. And under product control, after the product are being manufactured, you have to weed out the defective items from the non-defective items, for which we use acceptance sampling plans, single sampling plan or double sampling plan or sequential sampling plan. Okay, right. Coming to the specification limits, when the design for the product is developed, the design department specifies the limits within which the dimension should lie, which are called specification limits. But you cannot always produce product according to the specification in an accurate manner. Some amount of variation will be there which you have to tolerate. Those limits are called tolerance limits. Okay. Control chart uses 3 sigma control limits. How you frame the control limits? Suppose that you are testing with respect to the statistic T, then the control limit is expectation of T, and the upper control limit is expectation of T plus 3 into standard error of T, and lower control limit is expectation of T minus 3 into standard error of T. X bar R chart, what is standard error of X bar then? Sigma by root n. Expectation of R is D2 sigma. So, expectation of R is R bar. R bar is equal to D2 sigma. You can say sigma cap, the estimate of variance is R bar by D2. So, control limits for X bar chart is expectation of X bar plus or minus 3 into standard error of X bar. X bar, expectation of X bar is X bar plus 3 plus or minus 3 into sigma by root n. But what is that sigma? Here You are analyzing the process variability using range, using the measure of dispersion which is range. So your sigma is r bar by d2. Okay. So x bar bar plus or minus 3 into d2 by root n r bar. This factor 3 divided by d2 into root n is identified as A2, for which the table values have been calculated already. Okay, 3 divided by d2 into root n is identified as represented as A2. Okay, then coming to R chart, expectation of R plus or minus 3 into standard deviation of R. Expectation of R is R bar, plus or minus 3 into standard deviation of R is d3 by d2 R bar. You can take R bar outside, and this 1 plus 3 into d3 by d2 is identified as, represented as d4, and 1 minus 3 d3 by d2 is represented as d3, for which the table values are available. Okay, so 1 plus 3 times d3 by d2 is d4, and 1 minus 3 times d3 by d2 is d3. Similarly, 3 by d2 into square root of n is a2. Okay, fine. When will you say that the process lacks control? In X bar and R chart. See, when the point is falling outside the control limits, you will say that the process is not in control. Even when all the points are falling inside the control limits, the control charts are very sensitive to even smaller shifts. They will indicate that in near future your process may go out of control. The indications are, if there is a run of 7 or more points even within control limits, the indication is that the process is losing control. When 2 or 3 points fall outside 2 sigma limits, actually control charts have 3 sigma limits, right? T minus 3 sigma into standard error of t. This is t plus 3 sigma into standard error of t. Within that you have 2 sigma control limits, and within that you have 1 sigma control limits. If 2 or 3 points are falling outside 2 sigma control limits, the clue given is that the process is slightly losing control. If 4 or 5 points fall beyond 1 sigma control limits, okay, you are getting the point. See, this is the control limit. These two are the 3 sigma limits. Below that you will have 2 sigma limits. Okay. And below that you have 1 sigma limits. Only if the points are plotted outside the 3 sigma limits, you will say that this is your control limit. These two are 1 sigma limits. Then you have 2 sigma limits, 3 sigma limits. Only if the points are plotted outside 3 sigma limits, you say that the process is out of control. But if some 2 or 3 points are falling outside 2 sigma limits, even if it is true that the process is in control, the chart is telling you that there is a small shift in the process. Beware, your process may go out of control. Similarly, if 4 or 5 points fall outside the 1 sigma control limits, again the process is telling you that beware, your process is losing its control. Okay, and if the points plotted have a trend like this, definitely the process is losing control. And if the points plotted show a cycle like this, right, there is some error which you should pay attention to. Okay, right. Now coming to the next chart, sigma chart. The process variability can be analyzed using R or sigma, standard deviation. If that sigma is known, these are the control limits. Upper control limit is B2 sigma, lower control limit is B1 sigma, and the control limit is C2 sigma. But when sigma is not known, when the population variation is, the standard deviation is not known, you will be replacing the sigma by S. So you get S chart, in which the upper control limit is B4 S bar and lower control limit is B3 S bar and the control limit is S bar. Okay, the upper control limit for X bar chart will be X bar bar plus A3 S bar. When you are using R, it is X bar bar plus R minus A2 R bar. Here it is A3. Okay, fine. This is for S chart. Coming to P chart, D is the number of defectives. That D follows binomial distribution with parameters N and P. Then what is the sample proportion of defectives? You are selecting N items out of which D are defectives. So D by N is the sample proportion of defectives. Since D is a binomial variate, expectation of D is N times P and variance of D is NPQ, where this Q is equal to 1 minus capital P. Then expectation of P can be derived as expectation of D by N, that is 1 by N expectation of D, that is 1 by N NP, that is equal to capital P. Variance of P is variance of D by N, 1 by N square into variance of D, 1 N gets cancelled, you get PQ by N. So what is the control limit for P chart? Expectation of P plus or minus 3 into standard error of P. Expectation of P is capital P and standard error of P is square root of PQ by N. Okay, see this 3 by square root of N is taken out and computed as A, and it is available in the tables of control limits. Okay, table for control charts. This capital A without any suffix, which is calculated as 3 by square root of N, is available. You can even calculate it on your own. It is not so difficult, but still this is also available. See, what about P and Q? If I know the process proportion of defectives, if I know the proportion of defectives of my population, then and if that is P dash, the control limits will be this, right? This is not there. P dash plus or minus A into square root of P dash Q dash, P dash plus or minus A into square root of P dash into Q dash is 1 minus P dash. Okay. But if you don't know the standards, if you don't know, don't have any knowledge about the population proportion, you can simply replace this P by P bar, the sample proportions, right? So in that case, so when standards are not specified, capital P dash is replaced by P bar. That's all. The formula is the same. Right? Control chart for number of defectives, expectation of D plus or minus 3 into standard error of T. Just now we derived it. Okay. When standards are given, you can say the limits are NP dash plus or minus 3 into square root of NP dash into 1 minus P dash. When the standards are not specified, replace this P dash by P bar. Coming to C chart, the chart for number of defects per unit. This chart is based on the assumption that the number of defects is a rare case. So it is based on the assumption that the Poisson distribution can be applied. So the upper control limit is expectation is C bar, variance is also C bar. C bar plus or minus 3 into root of C bar are the control limits for C chart. They are based on Poisson distribution.